Shalom friends, and welcome to House of David. Well, today is Wednesday edition and we are going to have a wonderful programming today. As I promised this week, my wife, she was teaching on Tabernacles, Feast of Tabernacles, and they are important. Did you know that the Feast of Tabernacles are going to be in the millennium? Zechariah chapter 14, this is when Jesus is going to reign, not in heaven, but on earth, out of Jerusalem for 1,000 years. And it says that about the Feast of Tabernacles, then it says that if Egypt or any other country will not come and worship God at the Feast of Tabernacles, God is not going to send them a rain. So it's very important to understand these things, that God is still celebrating and keeping His calendar and His feasts. Well, today we're going to be talking about another very important subject, and I want you to be very careful by listening to me, what I'm trying to present to you from the Bible, because I just came back from my miracle meetings, and right there in the middle of my miracle meetings on the west part of Canada, God began to speak to me about very important thing that I need to present to people. And I believe that this is something very prophetic. We are moving toward the last days, and God is doing something very incredible, and He is preparing the church. He is preparing us to get ready for that. And part of the preparation is to recognize Jewish ministries today. Recognize the Jewish work. And a lot of Christian people, friends, they still don't understand that Israel is still a part of God's heart, and it is a nation. It's not just the church that we think that it is. The church has become an Israelites in a spiritual sense, not in a physical sense, but physical Israel is still existing, and we know that Jew is still a Jew. And I'm going to prove that to you from the Bible. But before I'm going to go into this, I want to tell you something really important, that is, there's two groups of people that they don't like to read 2 chapters in the Bible. First group of people is the Jewish people, and they don't like to read Isaiah 53. Why? Is because Isaiah 53 carries the central point of the message of the Messiah, who Messiah is, when He's supposed to come, and who He is. We understand that's Yeshua, for Jesus, from Isaiah 53. That's why it's so plainly written there, and this is why a lot of rabbis and the Jewish people, they don't even look, they don't want to even look into this chapter, because it's very convicting and very informative, actually. It's plain there, plain that Jesus is the Messiah. Well, the second group is the church, that they don't pay much attention to the chapter that I'm going to be talking about today. That is Romans chapter 11. And I haven't heard much preaching on Romans chapter 11 from the perspective of Christian people in the church. And think about this. Why both groups, Jews and Christians, would not touch these chapters is because they're very convincing. And a lot of us, whether we don't understand what is going on and God wants to, what God wants to say, or whether we don't want to understand, one way or the other. But today I'm going to be presenting to you scriptures from Romans 11 and others to show you that